everyone, Neil here, back with another episode. Yay. Yay. I'm excited. I'm doing a little cleanup. You know why? Because I just recorded this whole episode and I forgot to plug in my headphones. It was awesome, huh? Oh, fuck. So anyways, let's get started, shall we? Yeah. Let's finish up that container. So last time we went through and we added all of our slots, right? We added our result, right? So this is our crafting result. We added our 5x5. Right up here, we added our 3 rows of inventory, and then we added our hotbar. And then we dumped in this get stack in slot, transfer stack in slot, which we pulled directly out of a vanilla class. We're going to do the same thing with the next method that we have here, so let's go ahead and jump into our reference libraries, and we're going to go down to Minecraft, net.minecraft.inventory. We're going to open up the container workbench, and we are going to say on container closed, we're going to grab this method right here. We're going to copy and paste that into here. Sweet. Now, you may be getting an error here. When I did this video last time, I got an error here. It said there's no world object. I was like, what do you mean there's no world object? Well, that's because I had spelled my world object like this. So it was all sorts of broken. So if you made a derp, like I made a derp, and didn't have that correct, correct it. Ah, yes. So there we have that method. What does this method do? When we walk away, it's going to just spit out all of our items. They just kind of blow up out of there. I'm kind of cooking around some ideas for another custom crafting table, and it's the one from Red Power 2, the project table, which I absolutely love. I know that Forestry has their work table or whatever it is, but I really, really, really liked that project table. Like, between that and Bluetricity and you know, programming in Forth and all that, I would love to see Red Power 2 come back. Maybe even as Red Power 3. I don't know. I know that Project Red is out there, but call me nostalgic for the old Tekkit days. You know, back when EE equivalent exchange was all OP and everything. Anyways, so yeah, if you want me to do something like that, let me know. I may just do it to do it because I feel like it and it's my channel and I get to do whatever I want. Not to be smug about it, but you know, to be smug about it. So we've got that method in there. We need to tune up this method, this can't interact with, that has pretty much been in here the whole time. And really what we want to do is we're going to do a little bit of an if statement. So we're going to say if world object dot get block on pos x, pos y, and pos z does not equal our work surface, well then what we are going to do is we are going to return false. Otherwise, we are going to return player dot get distance square, and it's going to be pos x, pos y, pos z less than or equal to 64 double, like so. What we need to actually do though is we want to cast each of these as a double. So we are going to do that. So we will cast them as a double, and we're going to paste that into each of these, like so. And then we're also going to add half a double to each of them. So we're going to do that to pos x, and we will copy that into pos y. and pause Z. Voila, that method is done. So the next method, and it's the final method of our container class, and this one's my favorite, I won't deny it. Lo and behold, the magical, the one and only public void on craft matrix changed. And it's going to reference I inventory, and we're just going to call that I inventory because we're lazy. We're lazy, guys and gals. At least I am. And this is going to be craft results dot set inventory slot content slot 0. And what is this magic going to be? Well, it is going to be the results of our recipe. And we get the results of our recipe out of a crafting manager. So we're going to say, we're going to create a new class, work surface crafting manager, and we're going to get an instance, and we're going to say find matching recipe that is coming out of craft matrix, which is our crafting table, and the world object. World object. There we go. So we're going to create this class. We're going to put this in crafting, but we're going to come back to that later. Yep, probably next episode. So we'll just close that, and we're going to hit save. And what I actually want to do is I want to comment this out because I don't want any errors. And by the time we finish with this episode, I want to be able to open up our new crafting table. But to do that, we have to tell Minecraft, how do I open this up? Well, just like we did with our furnace, we created an ID, right? And we specified in a GUI handler, hey, if the ID is 0, go ahead and open up. If it's server, go ahead and open up the container for our furnace. If it's client, go ahead and open up the GUI for our furnace. We need to specify that same thing in our GUI handler for for our work surface, our crafting table. Now the thing is, we're not dealing with tile entities, right? So this whole case statement is saying, hey, if the entity isn't equal to null, if we have a tile entity, go ahead and jump into this case statement and let's do our work. Well, we're not dealing with a tile entity, right, in a crafting table, so we kind of have to step outside of that whole if statement. So we're going to come down to right here, and we're going to create another if statement. And what we're going to say is, if our ID is equal to neilcraft dot GUI ID work surface, we are going to return the ID, which is equal to that. And the block that we're interacting with, world.getBlock, on the X, on the Y, on the Z or Z if you're English, or European for that matter, if that block that we're interacting with is equal to our work surface, we are going to open up a new container work surface, and we're going to be referencing player.inventory world on the X, on the Y, and the Z. Booyah. Otherwise, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to say no, right? And this is going to allow us to open that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste this bad boy. We're going to come down here. We're going to paste that right in there, except we're not going to deal with the container on the client side. We're going to deal with the what? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the GUI. The GUI. You'll notice that I don't have to import these because this is my second time recording this episode. And they're already there. Dumb shit. Plug your gear in, Neil. Come on, brother. Some homework. Did you guys do your homework? I did my homework. Specifically, the textures. Did we do our textures? We needed 2 textures. You may have done your block texture, but you may not have done your GUI texture. I am reusing a GUI texture, so shame on me because I have something that you don't, and I haven't shown you how to do that. Damn it, Nathan. So, yeah, that's going to be not next episode, but the episode after that. We're just going to focus on creating that GUI. Because, as you'll see, when we get in here and we run this now, it doesn't look very good. My first time creating this, I was like, yeah, it'll do. But I didn't really like it. Right, so there's our work surface. We right-click on it. Booyah. There's our 5x5 crafting table. That thing is huge. A multitude of possibilities for crafting when you have 5x5. It's difficult to see, but there's actually some words right here. We're going to jump in the hole. You might see the words work surface here in black. Well, that's really difficult to see. That's just not going to do. So let's close that and let's go to our GUI for our work surface, and you'll see that right here we specified the color of that is going to be black, so we'll put in 6S, that's hex for white, and let's run it. Let's close it, and then let's run it and see how that looks. That's a bit better. That's quite a bit better. Now, we have a visitor. Hi, friend. How are you? Oh, check out my spa. Dick. Are there any villagers left alive down here? Did I kill them all? Oh yeah, there's a couple in here. Oh, that's just no good. Let's put in a work surface there. Get back to it, Nathan. Get back to it. So this is what my GUI looks like. Let's actually take a look and see what your GUI looks like. We're going to refactor and rename this to work surface PNGQ, like so, and we'll run it. And of course, it's not going to find that. It's going to give us an error. We have quite a few errors here because we're looking for a work surface, right? We're looking for a work surface. Yep, I got to get those created. So now we jump in here. This is probably along the lines of what yours looks like. So you can see that we have our 5x5 crafting in here. Nothing is going to work on that, of course, because we haven't created any recipes, so we're not going to have any output over here. But we can do it for pretensies. Look at that. Isn't that something? Boom! You see everything kind of explodes out there. There we go. So yeah. We need to do that. But we're going to do that next episode. Not this episode. We're going to do that next episode. We're going to work specifically next episode on our crafting manager. And this is where get rid of that. We don't need that. This is specifically where we're going to have all of our processing for our recipes. There's a little bit of work that we got to put into this one, so I'm going to dedicate an episode to that one. So until then, this is Neil. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to put some links down there. Donate if you want to help feed me. I could probably use some. I'm woefully underfed. If you want to supply, the Rockstar Fund. There's also a link to the source code, which I'm doing my very, very best to keep up to date on. And there's also links to the forum. So yeah, let me know. Let me know. Hugs and kisses, Zaphod. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.